I am Katowice 2 years ago. That was like my biggest experience, the biggest arena, and that was just like, it was crazy. Everything, it comes down to the arena. Once you get to the arena, that's where competition starts, and that's where you want to like show that you're the best. The more fans you have in the arena, the more important event is. With winning the events, you get more money. With winning events, you get more fans. Everything is about winning. As long as you have that as a top priority, you're gonna gain everything else.
For as long as sporting has been around, we've always had all-stars that could bend the game to their will and just do what others cannot. In regular sports, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, these people that we all know their names. We have a similar thing in Counter-Strike, and back in the day, there'd be people like Fraud, like K-Sharp, like Heaton, really big names and brands that have lived on for decades after they stopped playing. In a modern day, those players are Nico, Simple, Cold Sierra. Similarly, 10 years into the future, we'll still know their names and we'll see them having laid a foundation to a new generation.
I have changed a lot as a player. I think back then when I joined FaZe, I was kind of a real superstar in the team. They made me do everything to be like really good, and I felt great in the team, and we won ECS New York and E-League last year. That was pretty convincing, and that's the point I could consider myself being the best player in the world. Now I kind of changed, and I'm just doing everything for the team, like what I feel like they need the most. Yeah, I just want to make everyone feel comfortable in the team, and obviously I'm going to make comfortable myself when I know that everyone else is in their zone. I think that we have a little bit more pressure to win more events because we have the lineup to win, so that's why we put pressure on ourselves. We started struggling because we lost so many important finals, and that's where the pressure got to us.
I think dealing with the stardom if you're someone like Nico is probably easier because other people I know from those areas, Janko being the other one, you don't tend to spend that much time bragging about your accomplishments. I actually think that helps a lot because it is obviously a challenge. You go from earning nothing and from having absolutely no profile, and suddenly you're a top 3 player in the world and absolutely everybody knows your name. I think he's done really well with that. I haven't seen him show any of those signs of being really out of control, so he's done a good job.
I have never cared anything about like money and stuff like that. I'm still young and I just want to win as much as possible until I can do it. Like, I consider myself one of the best players in the world, and I want to make my team one of the best in the world as well. I want everyone to remember us, and when I maybe get older, I'm going to start thinking about that other stuff, but right now it's just winning on the line.
When you talk about the great players of this game, when you talk about Nico, when you talk about Cold Zero, when you talk about Simple, for me, especially now being the coach of this team and seeing a little bit how Cold Zero functions and how he works, for me it's no surprise these guys are the best because they are some of the hardest working players in the scene. Nico still works as hard as he did 3 or 4 years ago when people were talking about, oh, is he the best player or is he not the best player? Is his team holding him back? Like, he just works. And I think seeing that firsthand with Cold, I'm still, in awe of the things he does. So for me, that's no surprise that every time you start that conversation, you're going to mention these 3 guys. Maybe someone else, but these 3 guys are always going to be in the conversation. So you see a theme repeating itself.
10 years from now, how I'm going to perform in that 10 years, how I'm going to make myself as a player, and I want them to remember me one of the best players. Like, I want to be the greatest of all time. Like, for us, like, I want to be that guy in CS:GO. I want people to remember me like a legend of the CS, and I think I have that in myself.
My relationship with Nico goes ways back when he just started getting into CS. It was just this kid from Bosnia, you know, who was just playing all the time and being super annoying, always asking for, you want to play, or always asking, do you have 5? I think people knew from the start that he's actually really good, and he was so committed to the game and he was so committed to getting better every day that I think that's the main reason why he is what he is right now.
I think if you are one of these modern all-star players in the game of Counter-Strike, then the one thing to hold on to is that love of the game, the thing that made you play it in the beginning when you were in your bedroom, when there was nothing on the line, no fame or anything. If you can get back to playing it that way again and not lose it, I think that's the thing to hold on to.
I think that I'm still the same person as I was before, and I think I act the same like I was before. I think that's also one of the reasons why I keep getting at the top there as well. I stay the same no matter what's happening in my life. I think it's one of the most important things to just stay where you started.